Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. I got Thomas in the shop with me today, and today we're actually going to be bringing you a new product here at Christ-Centered Ironworks and over at our website, blacksmithingblanks.com. I'll leave a link to that down in the description down below. Basically what we're going to be bringing to you today is a new mini swedge block stand kit that we offer. And Thomas, he's got some mini swedge blocks. I got some mini swedge blocks. I've already welded together my kit, so we're going to weld him up one today, and I'm going to show you how you would put one of these kits together. So stick around, it should be a good video. Okay, let's talk first what you get in the kit. What you're going to get in the kit is you're going to get two halves with my logo in it here that make up the two halves of the swedge block stand kit. You're going to get two 1/4x1 flat stock bars. You're going to get 5 1/4x2 flat stock bars. You're going to get 2 1x1 by 1/8 inch angle iron pieces. You will get 4 mounting feet, and that comprises the whole kit, and all you have to do is weld the thing together. So the kit that it makes is like this. So if you have a Derek Melton mini swedge block, like I do here, or you're about to be on that second batch that he has, I'll leave a link to him as well down in the description, Derek Melton. If you've got one of those, or if you have a Holland Anvil mini swedge, just like this, Holland Anvil sells these, great company. Definitely recommend buying from them. If you've got one of theirs, this stand fits both. It fits the Derek Melton mini swedges, it fits the Holland Anvil mini swedges, it fits your own forged swedges if you're into that, and it also fits Oak Lawn Blacksmith's mini swedge blocks that they offer. Slip that out here. So as you can see, it fits the Oak Lawn mini swedge block as well. There's enough room and material. I've provided you with enough material to fit 4 swedges on this stand. So 2 in storage and 2 in use. One of the benefits of this is this allows you to be able to have something like this. Say you're making a ladle. You don't want to have to constantly switch your block around. This is for the handle, forging the handle. This is for sinking the cup of the ladle. Boom, you're all taken care of. You sink your cups without having to change anything, and you can forge your, go ahead and forge your handle right in here. Again, it's set up so this way you can use this in all sorts of configuration, 2 swedge blocks side by side. And if you choose that you don't want to take and use the materials that are provided here, these are commercially available. You can get these size materials anywhere, and you could theoretically make this stand as long as you would like. You can make it double this length and hold all 4 blocks up top if you'd like. Or you can also shorten this stand up to where it only holds 1 single block in use and 1 down below. The mounting feet are there as an option, so you can mount it to a bench top, or you can mount this to a stump. Also, the stand includes a pitch here, a pitch angle of 10 degrees, which is a perfect angle if you wanted to weld on legs, like angle iron legs to go down to the floor, to make this any height you want as well. So it packs a lot of wallop in just a little small kit, as you can see. And pretty excited about the design. Spent a lot of time designing and doing the design work on this, and I think it's going to make a really great thing. And later on, we'll actually do some forging on the stand once we get Thomas's built. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing welded up now. Okay, so Thomas is about to weld this up. He's going to tack weld it up. As you can see, we got several squares on here. The reason we've got just magnetic squares, you can get these at any of your hardware stores, big box stores. It doesn't have to be a welding supply shop or anything like that. I believe these are just, these are from Harbor Freight, so, they work. They're pretty basic here. So we want to get everything nice and square. I usually choose to use the swedge block tray to square everything up from, because it's really easy to get square both in this direction and also in this direction. So we want everything to be right, true, and plumb. Once all that's done, since we have to work with those angles, and those are the most toughest angles to get, then we can start putting all of our straight bars through, and it's a real quick weld job after that. So without further ado, go ahead, Thomas, go ahead and get her welded up there. He's going to start on the one side, I'm gonna safety squint here. Go ahead. Go for it. So he's busy welding up the one side. Just getting a little quick tacks on there, hopefully. The pressure's on.
I know. I got video watching me how to...
There you go. At the other side, so nothing moves. So you just want to get some good tacks on this. That's the main objective. And so once it's all tacked up, I'll show you what he did here. He actually tacked it down the corner, which is a good way of doing it. I also suggest putting tacks out on the other corners and then weld between. So go ahead and put all corners, get those all tacked so nothing moves. So I'm busy shielding my eyes while Thomas works so diligently. If you have a MIG welder or a flux core welder or any welder of any sort, you should be able to put this thing together. It's a pretty basic project to do. As far as our settings, because this stuff is made out of 1/4-inch plate, I'm actually running the old girl here today, but this is an old Smith's AC welder. If you haven't seen one of these before, these are beautiful machines. And they just run nonstop. They got like 100% duty cycle on them. You can weld with this thing all day and never run out of juice, which makes it awesome. But we have it set up for 120 amps there, which is probably just a little higher than what needs to be. It could probably even go a little lighter than that, but 120 just helps you get a nice clean arc to start off with. So it's just an old girl welder, just a little buzz box stick welder. And as you can see, that does just fine. You can get really great welds and just get it all tacked up. So the very first step in the operation with any welding project like this, you just want to install tacks, measure everything, make sure you got everything right, square, plumb, and true. So that's the main thing. That's also the reason for all of these clamp, all these little welding magnets, just to make sure everything's square as we tack it up. Okay, so we've got all the bars put through. It's going to take a little finagling. We made these to fit perfectly tight 1/4x2, so this way there's not a whole lot of gappage or anything like that. You may notice that these bars are slightly smaller. This is from some older stock for Thomas's kit. These were 3/16 bars, not 1/4-inch, but every kit that we ship out will have 1/4x2 bar stock that will come with it, and so that will be a very flush and tight fit. However, if you're making this stand up and you decide you want to forego the bar stock that comes with the kit and you want to make it somewhat longer, and maybe you don't have the 1/4x2 on hand, but you do have some 1/4x3/16 or well, you have some 3/16 by 2, well, you can do like we're doing here, where we're just clamping this up to where it holds it to the inside of this slot here. So I'm going to take you a quick brief orbital around here. We want to make sure everything is nice and square still. You want to measure this. You do want to take and check it, make sure it's still right and true and plumb as you tack weld this up before you go whole hams on it and fully weld out your joints. Go ahead, Thomas. Get in there. He's going to start tack welding in all the little 2-inch bar. He's going to go for corner to help keep things square as he tacks stuff. So this way one side doesn't draw more than the other. And once you get so many tacks on this isn't completely necessary to do. Once you get so many on there, it's pretty much stabilized, and then you can just go whole hams if you'd like to. I'm the type, if I'm going to build a tool, I don't like to skip any steps on it. I like to make sure she's nice, square, and plumb that's the biggest thing with this stand. If you want to have good results, you're going to make sure everything's nice and plumb and square on it. So take your time with this step, because this is going to be a tool that's going to be in your shop for many, many, many decades to come. What do you think of the process so far, Thomas?
I'm really enjoying it. You know, you just gotta make sure everything's nice and squared up, because I really don't want to have to go back and redo all this. And it's a very smooth process. Everything went in there nice. I can say that. And before anybody really starts hating, I am not a professional welder. I am a farm boy. So you get the farmer welds.
Excuses, excuses. Look at him. That is the face of a liar right there. It's chipping off on that side. Obviously, you got slag on, you know, stick welds. If you're wondering what type of rod to take and run doing this project, my suggestion, I always have the best luck with 70-14. Obviously, you can use the box standard 70-18 rod, or its equivalent if you have a you know, a MIG welder or something like that, or even a flux core welder, whatever is the equivalency of just your standard welding rod, should work out all right, or welding wire for mild steel. So go ahead and lay that down, Thomas, and let's lay some beads, buddy. Get in here nice and close like, so I can hear the Thomas breathe. My eyes, Thomas. The people's eyes.
People's eyes.
The people's eyes. You think you're a welder? Weld in front of an inspector standing over your shoulder. Or how about a whole bunch of armchair warriors?
Yes.
There's thousands of them, Thomas. There's going to be thousands of comments about your welds.
That's fine.
Don't worry, it's coming.
I'll make sure to cry
Yeah,
later.
cry a lot.
I mean, I do it in the shower like a man.
Hey, we don't need to hear anything about what you do there in the shower.
I'm washing my hair, okay?
See, that's what we're using. We're using E7014, 1/8 inch by, or 3.2 millimeter. We're not using near 5 pounds, but we've got that anyhow if we need it.
And by the way, this is my second stick on this, so
Yep.
this whole thing isn't really taking up much rod.
Easy, easy, Thomas.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the camera guy.
It's okay, I can edit it out in post, but I won't. You keep welding like that, Thomas, and I'll be gorgeously tan. So, all right. So Thomas has got both sides welded up. Now it's time for me to do my official job as the weld inspector. And we'll see how well he did. Oh, look at that reveal right there. Oh, look at that. Stacking dimes. It's like you could trust the boy to do something. Look at that. So nice. Oh. Okay, we won't look at that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we won't look at that one either. All right, young man.
Not the professional.
You get a 60 percentile.
Hey, I'm fine. Hey, that's like passing, right?
A D minus maybe.
I don't rate too goods. It ain't my fault.
I'm just glad it's not my welds in front of the camera.
Oh, I know. Thanks.
I would have never passed. So, anyways, all right, we're having too much fun with this. So Thomas got this all welded up. You can go and put it up right there, Thomas. So that's all welded up. It should be nice and square. You should be square and plumb in this direction. You should be square and plumb in this direction. And all your pieces should be square and plumb at this point, to where you should be able to fit the blocks of your choosing into this stand. So now the final little bit that Thomas is going to do is he's going to weld up these feet. I suggest you keep a clean table when you do this. We'll go ahead and swipe that all off there. But now Thomas's deal is he's going to put in these feet. They fit right in the slots, and you're going to line these up. These have just the right amount of material that you line them up flushly on the inside of the actual kit there, of that plate, and then you go ahead and weld them up. My suggestion when doing these is to tack weld the inside first, put a tack on the back side like left and right, and then go ahead and run you a bead across the front here to give you a nice solid fillet weld right there, and that's going to make a really, really strong weld and hold this stand down to whatever stump you're choosing. Again, keep in mind that this is all holding little small 5x5x5 swedge blocks. So this isn't like you're going to be, you know, going Mongo smash with a big 16-pound sledgehammer on these things, although they're strong enough that you could. Again, this is way overbuilt for these little mini swedges, but I wanted to ensure you would have a lifetime tool. So that's why it's cut out a 1/4 inch plate. That's why all materials are made from 1/4 inch thick stuff.
And if you guys are watching this, we did make a statement that this is going to my shop, and I will say, if this video right here, don't touch the table. Hopefully that can get edited out.
No, it won't. It's staying in for sure.
But
for sure.
As I was saying,
OSHA who? Never heard of her.
Yeah. As I was saying, guys, if this video gets how many likes should it get?
A bunch.
A bunch of likes. Do you guys want to see my shop?
There you go. Open invitation to take and see Thomas's shop. See how he does his things.
The idea was to weld it to the table, right, Roy?
Yeah, Thomas. That's exactly what the idea of it was. I am so glad you figured that out, all on your lonesome. Thomas is not a very camera-conducive welder.
Oh, I am not, guys. I'm even lucky to be on the camera.
Thanks for just spinning that around on me while I was trying to get a shot. No, really, thank you.
Sorry, buddy. Well, you guys get to see right here firsthand of the shenanigans that happens here at Ironworks.
And shenanigans they be. All right, if it's tacked in, go ahead and weld out the outside of the foot, buddy. And then you can come back and weld on those some more.
I'll show them one.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically doing the same thing. Spin it this way, brother, so okay. I can get it with my camera over here. Turn it around over here at me. There you go. Come on. Don't hide. You said I'm going to show them on one, and then you did it on the dark side of the camera. There you go. You guys get the point. You just weld it together there. Okie doke, everyone. There you have it. There is the new mini swedge block stand that we offer over our website. I'll put a link, obviously, to everything we used in the video, all the blanks that were used in this video, and more. All that will be down in the description down below, so be sure to take and check that out. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one.